Hello and welcome to the Shark Stream. It's Thursday, which of course means it's time for Final Fantasy XIV. And boy howdy, do we have some Final Fantasy XIV to play. So today we are going to be continuing the Omega raids, which I'm quite excited for. What's been going on? Stuff's been going on. Video games have been going on. Oh god, excuse me. I have a friend who plays World of Warcraft. And World of Warcraft had a big expansion release today. The War Within. And it was kind of funny because she was complaining about the fact that basically she decided not to take time off of work for this expansion, mostly because like Blizzard doesn't have a great track record with things working properly day one. But apparently this time around they have all their shit together. So it was just very funny. It's just like, see, this is because like I'm thinking about it, just like, you know what, this is why I took a long weekend. It's like used a bunch of PTO for Dawn Trail. Because it's just like I knew I was gonna want to play this shit all weekend long. You know? I'm scarfing down some rice here. Give me a bit. I tried something new today, where at my wife's urging, I put all the rice and the water in the rice cooker, and then I took like a grilled chicken breast that we had in the fridge, cut it up, threw that in the rice cooker, put some teriyaki sauce in there as well, and just put it on to cook. And it came out really good. Everything got infused by the teriyaki sauce. So, you know, we got that space age tech. We out here living in 2027. It's not that special of a thing to do, so I didn't want to go too far into the future. Ugh. Woo! What's happened? What's been happening? I believe last week I mentioned that I had managed to get a particularly expensive mount out of a random chance crate that you can get for Grand Company seals that I had decided to sell so that I could get the gil that I needed to get the expensive Dawn Trail mount. I'm happy to report that it sold, and I got the gil I needed to get the expensive Dawn Trail mount. So I'm very excited about that. I even had enough left over to also get the new hairstyle off the market board, since I think right now that's like maps only, I'm pretty sure. Or like it's something that you get from maps. So I decided that like I didn't really want to, you know, eventually I'm probably going to do maps. Maps aren't really one of the things that I do very often. But like eventually I am probably going to do some, but like I didn't want to like leave that sort of thing up to chance. I don't even know if I like the hairstyle. I'm gonna be real with you. I put it on iGailed after I got it. I'm just like, do I like this? I don't know. But I'm just so used to hairstyles just not working that I'm just compelled to get them now. It's weird. And, like, I guess understandable on some level. Like, it's understandable why I would be like this. Sorry, I'm trying to finish this up before I get started. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that I have that mount. I really wanted to get it, and I was just like, if I can, I'm gonna try and save up as many. And, like, to my credit, between selling the things I could sell and just holding on to as much gil as I could, you know, doing more early game hunts so that I could get Aetheryte tickets, and just all of that, I did manage to accumulate about 5 million gil on my own. So I was pretty happy about that. I just shoveled this rice into my mouth. At any rate, today we are going to be continuing the Omega raids. We're going to be pitting ourselves against some more classic Final Fantasy villains and enemies. Bosses, if you will. I'm excited for it. A couple the second leg of the Omega raids has, I think, some of the most mimetically recognizable Final Fantasy villains in the whole series. Villains that even if you, and bosses that even if you haven't played the games yourself, you end up kind of recognizing, because it's just like, if you travel in the same sort of circles that I do, it's shit that's like iconic. You know, I mentioned like, I swear to God, I felt like a grain of rice like fall into my pocket. How did that get there? I mentioned in the stream announcement, you know, you can't suplex a train in Final Fantasy XIV. We are going to be fighting the Phantom Train. And there is a particular Final Fantasy final boss, big bad, super villain, that we are going to be fighting as part of this leg of raids. So get ready for that shit. What else? I had another thing I was going to talk about when I brought up World of Warcraft. Oh, right. It was very strange. So, Gamescom is happening right now. And, Xbox has been, you know, pushing its stuff. I'm actually, I've become a bit interested in that Indiana Jones game that's coming out. Because I saw somebody say that it feels like the Riddick games, and I don't, if you've been following my streams, then you know that I absolutely fucking love the Riddick games. Butcher Bay, Dark Athena. So if there is any of that DNA in the Great Circle, then just, oh, I'm there. I'm there, you know? Wolfenstein, I'm not quite as, like, The Wolfenstein DNA, I don't really quite care as much about. But like, if you tell me like, hey, this game has shades of Riddick, then it's just like, okay, you've convinced me. But like they were just like, check out all these great games coming to Xbox Series systems. And one of them was World of Warcraft War Within, and I'm just like, you motherfuckers, I know you're lying. You can't put World of Warcraft on console. It's too reliant on mods to function. What? That's right, Alpha. It's rude to suck at Warcraft. Return to the Rift. Jesse greets you with a grave expression. Hi, Gert. I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we've observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment. But Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Oh, hey guys. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of quote-unquote mysterious floating structures inside the yawn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alta Reuter made their appearance. Omega clearly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous! He says with eyes aflame, for once I wish you were being sarcastic. Shrug. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse, not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Hygeld, are you ready to answer the call? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be returning any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry. Nero and I will see to it that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. Quah! I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Head tilt? Aww. He gets a little Garland Ironworks outfit. Oh, I love that. Ah, he's so happy. A custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He is part of the expedition team, after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him some protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. And there I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. He's so cute. He is. Hooray! Do you want to join to help my queue times? Unlike you, I can do two things at once. Ugh. I wish I had that uniform. Really, I wouldn't be seen dead in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. Also, Nero, you are literally wearing the same outfit, but it's red. Like, Come on. I'm not sure it'd last long on you, what with all the fighting. If you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. Fascinating though this discussion of Ironworks garmenture undoubtedly is, might our time not be better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega waits! Okay. I'm a healer, I shouldn't be a tank, both are also a mistake. Understandable. You'll be on your way to the Yawn soon, I expect. I'd tell you to take care, but, well, good luck. Speak with Sid at the Yawn. Whoa, woo, woo. I think I might be a summoner by trade. Whatever works best. I think we start with a, yeah, I have to use this. I have to show off a little bit. I think we start with a solo duty anyway. So, you got some time. Oh, yeah, that's solo duty. Where? Where? You said it. Take a good look, Highgeld. I think you'll find the wreckage down there quite familiar. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Highgeld. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. I want to take the plunge. Fucking plunge it out. Hello, Lucas. Will you also be joining to help with queue times? Right then, into the Yawn we go. Oh, hey, Midgarstormer. I am with you, mortals, along with what scant wisdom I can provide. Okay. Cool. Once I'm out of the solo duty, I'll send out some invites. I need a break from having my ass handed to me in Thunder Force 4. Thunder Force. There are Omega has so many balls. And they're huge, too. Interdimensional Whift. Omega, while I do admire your huge balls, do we need to do this every time? Well, the rift seems much as it did before. And we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I am not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Egg. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. You're welcome. Omega. It would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress here has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest, wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result, except yours. Grr. Queh. Blip. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Naught save for thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought for what befalleth thy home star, runner? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming, fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to blip bloop. Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. Bye. Angry. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. Blip complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. He has no thoughts because that's a spoiler for later, Mitty. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. Okay. It seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff, then? What? Ah, those are some nice cards. Which means, one moment. Card, game, play. Play! You mean to play a part in the proceedings this time. I'm gonna go to the right place eventually for my tomestones. I can't believe that Alpha is an astrologian. Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. He's so happy. Excuse me. Nero with the gun blade. I once saw somebody who was upset about gunblades not having any kind of like visible barrel, which seemed very silly to me. Because the only gunblades that actually, like, shoot something are the Garlean ones. Your classic Gunbreaker gunblade is meant to just fucking explode. It's like you're not even paying attention to the lore. Or, you know, just regular fucking gameplay. Wait, hold up. Oh. Guys, we're over here. Okay, there they go. I'm sure they'll work out their relationship in the meantime. I've witnessed the best set of tweets for Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, yeah? Oh. Get him, Alpha. Fuck him up. You're doing great. Put a screenshot in the DT Forbidden Zone. DT Forbidden Zone. I'll take a look at that in a second. Oh, shit. There are a lot more of these guys than I expected. These guys are really fucked up and weird looking. Ugh, they're squishy. They're squishy, I don't like it. Alpha, what you doing? Oh! These things are still wiggling. I'm scared. These MFs wiggling. Yes, you're both very cool. Right, are we ready to... apparently not. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. He thinks he's so fucking cool. And he's right. Behold, the Mach... Hold on, fuck a second. 48? The Mach 48 Iron Nero, complete with the new and improved mighty Mjolnir gunhammer. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation. It will be my intention. It's just like, oh, this guy. Ooh, they wiggling. Oh, here we go. Sigma. What the Sigma? Oh, there's a lot of dudes attacking me all at once. All right, let me look at this real quick. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Oh, shit. Wait, hold up. Ah! They're under attack! I'm sorry, I was looking at messages on Discord. You guys are actually doing fine, though. So, I mean, whatever. I guess I'm not needed. Daddy Luma? Dadaluma is a boss from Final Fantasy VI. That tracks. Aren't all the... I think all the like enemies in this section of the raid are like Final Fantasy VI enemies, aren't they? Oh, that's a funny looking smile. That looks like a happy man. And that seems to be the end of them, and of the path as well. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. In between scrambling to stay out of the way in Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? I love that Sid was holding on to Nero's sunglasses for him. Also, Stormblood's Flan reskins are based on these floating creepy head enemies from the floating continent in Final Fantasy VI. Okay. Excellent. No notes. I completely understand. He boasteth that it is but one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Fucked up if true. Look at this guy. He's got battle prowess. Blip. Analysis complete. Huh? Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of note. Midgard Sormer, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe with me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn unto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet, only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs, even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me a tempest of rage. I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Fucked up if true. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. Cat poop emergency. Been there, done that. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. Ahim him. Oh, thank God, the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boilmaster is here. I just spat. The kettle is empty. No. I'm so upset. I haven't been able to have coffee recently because I ran out of hazelnut creamer. Yeah, same Alpha. The Sigmascape, eh? I shall set to work analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. The unspeakable horrors. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past, but as our dragon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? Yeah, man. No slowing down. Sid is ready to discuss your foray into the Sigmascape. Wish he'd stop sitting on me with poopy butt. Ugh. Gross. Disgusting. Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. We stand on a platform. That is the test world you need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly a surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight, but needs must and all that. Are you up for the challenge? Yeah, man. Can I ask you to join her, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but iGuild will need your authorization if she's to do battle inside the test world. Thanks, Alpha. You're a champ. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. Dibby-dabba. Dibby-dabbow. Alright. Let me just, friends list. Grumble, grumble. Grumble, grumble. Meteor Walker. Mumble, mumble. Silma Otoel. Grumble, grumble. Alright.
Quack quack!
Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Sigmascape version 1.0 whenever you are ready. Y'all can feel free to be a healer, a DPS, or a tank, whatever will work best for you. Although, please keep in mind, we do need to worry about our queue times. What the Sigma? You are once more summoned into Omega's rift between dimensions, this time to conquer the denizens of the Sigmascape. With no spatial anchor to help pinpoint the correct segment of data, you are forced to enter the first battle bereft of any insightful analysis. Senses straining and nerves taut, you could swear you hear a high-pitched whistle echoing within the arena beyond. Alright, hold on, let me... Funny little ready check. Cool. That's pretty good. We in there, we do it. We done boys. Oh, there's gonna be a delay. This is gonna be funny. It's fine. It's fine. Sigmascape 1.0 is GG easy, so it's okay. Oh! iGuild, we've located the correct data. Your opponent appears to be a train? Here it comes! And me without my suplex and gloves. Oh shit. So this is what I mean with regards to like some of the enemies here I just kind of like know pretty much mimetically. Like I only know about the Phantom Train because of gifts of Final Fantasy VI where the one guy suplexes it and it dies. Because you see, that's really funny. Go get him, troops. Damn. Got me fucked up. Find a way to banish them. Unfortunately, that's not happening. Instead, one of our dudes got banished. They'll probably be back. They're gonna be okay. Like, they better be. They're a healer, so... Yep. Ah, more Josts. Oh, right, I should... Oh, hey, our other healer's finally back. I hope they had a nice time. Oh, and train's gone.
Pew, pew.
Oh, right. We gotta fucking go. I really like this fight. I think this might be one of my favorite fights in the Omega series. Just because it's got a lot of cool shit going on in it. I think we want to get captured by ghosts here. We got to get grabbed by the ghoulies. Tragically, not in the sexiest way possible. You ever think about how just like Rareware kept getting away with shit like that? Like, good for them, but also like, how did they manage it? Oh, we got one of the ghosts. But, that healer got pulled into the back again. Less than ideal, but what are you gonna do? Teehee. Starstorm. Nobody else was using it, I might as well. Ow. We lost a tank and a healer. Oh! Just, real quick, ban you. We did it! We killed a train. Yeah, na 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 na. Something that you kind of start to notice as the... Oh, I don't want any of this. Goodbye. Can't wait for you to see my Final Fantasy VI review when I make one. I'm excited. Huh?
Traveler from afar, thank you for Doma.
You're welcome. That was weird. Something that you start to notice just kind of like as you're going through the game is just like dungeons and trials and everything back in like the early game always ended with your character being like, yeah, happy pose. But then as things keep going, you start to see that kind of like fade away a bit, where it's just like now Eigeld is simply nodding and smiling. Shit is getting dire.
Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack.
Ahaha! The glorious absurdity of it all. Even you must have managed to smile. One wonders what Omega has in store for you next. A delinquent rowing boat, perhaps, or an angry cable car. Nero, are you having trouble with the Mark 14 thermocoil boiler master? The kettle is empty. Is he reading the instructions? Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. When I saw you'd be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. But with that oddness behind us, we can be fully certain we have the right set of data for the Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, it is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues as to its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. I think I'll go healer too. Being a tank when I don't have to tank is kind of boring. That's fair. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. But if it was fictional, it seems safe to assume that the author had a bad experience with the trade. Da, na, 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 na. Give me the next one, an unfinished masterpiece.
Quack, quack, quack.
I expect you're still recovering from your last fight, but we should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you'll be pitted against a foe known as Chatternook. Not a train this time, but some manner of animated painting. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something I thought might be useful. Nero? What? He's so lanky. Thrown together, he says. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fancy into an actual tool with practical implications? Pictomancer is a FF6 class. What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where credit's due. Well done. He's so upset. History will appreciate my genius. Thank you. Ahem. To you I present the fruits of my labor, the Chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say that I have adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Put simply, you'll be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Cool. I will hold on to this in the event that they release a class that use brush. I will put it in my armoire. Naturally, this process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall depend entirely upon your own artistic sense. I'm really more of a writer. Now back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly valued the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Or is that another task his lordship the chief can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. Blah 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 blah. You gonna fill the kettle? You got it? You got this? Alpha? Alpha? Alpha, you sure? Oh, they're mad at each other. Look at them. Oh, sorry, Igale. A little distracted there. Talk to Alpha when you're ready, and we can see about crossing this Chatternook character off the list. They're in the old married couple stage. There was really no need to make it resemble a brush, but as we had a ready supply of chocobo feathers, I thought, why not? Now let's see what it's capable of, shall we? Next to the kettle is one of Alpha's cards, its face illustrated with a depiction of spring water. Quack?
Quack, quack.
Alpha appears keen to begin the next encounter. You may enter Sigmascape version 2.0 whenever you are ready. The not-so-healthy type. Love these toxic gays.
Quack, quack, quack.
Alright, funny little ready check. Hello, G-Man. Oh, Lucas, did you want to go as a healer? Okay. Are you gonna are you good to go then? Hold on. Can I just check? Okay. You're on healer. Got it. We good. Chatternook. According to Sid and Nero's research, such is the name given to your next devilish opponent. Had you not just won a battle against a spectral train, you might think the idea of a haunted painting absurd. Thankful for the inventive genius of your companions, you go forth armed with the Chocobo Brush, a tool specifically designed to help you overcome this bizarre encounter. Let's make fucking go. Oh yeah, baby. Catches me off guard every time. Every time. Ah, what a splendid atelier. Look around you, hero. Plenty of things in which to dip that brush. Ah, me molecules. Ma'am, could you put some clothes on? This is going to be a very distracting battle. Ooh, someone's new to this duty. That's interesting. Oh yeah, we are all casters, huh? Oh shit. Oh, okay. So we're not fighting a naked woman clad in mist. A little unfortunate, but you know, I'll get over it, I guess. I don't know how the mechanic of this one works. I'm going to be real with you. Okay, cool.
Cool.
One of the downsides to needing to like commentate for this is that I haven't really played a lot of other Final Fantasy games. Where we gotta, okay. So like, I don't really have like a point of reference to talk about a lot of this stuff. Like, I only know about the Demon Train because I saw a funny GIF one time, you know? I don't know what the fuck a cheddar nook is. Cheddar? Like a cheese, perhaps? I can't start thinking about food. I already ate. Oh. Oh, okay. I see how it is. That's very clever. Yep. Oh, I saw them. Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to like look around here and see like I think it's just like it's the heroes of Final Fantasy VI running around in the hallways on the side of the room, and I saw them. I caught a glimpse. It was but a moment, but it was all I needed. Ooh, I need fire resistance, thank you. No one else is gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Oh shit. Yay. So then the naked woman encased in mist was entirely pointless. No, I'm kidding. Oh, don't leave. Don't. Ooh, I gotta get out of here. I don't want that trash in my inventory. Thank you. Alpha, how goes it?
Quack, quack, quack.
Wait, there was a scroll? God damn it.
Sweet.
Ah, damn. Unfortunate. I'll wager the spirit was less than thrilled at being beaten at its own game. I must say, these field tests are fast becoming my favorite part of this whole experience. Well, I'm glad someone is enjoying themselves. Me. I'm enjoying myself. This is pretty fun. Yeah. Ahim. Welcome back, Igeld. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. Final Fantasy VI has a lot of great memorable moments in the story. It sets a standard for dramaticism and spectacle in the series. I've heard good things. Our makeshift solution worked as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy, as is intending. I feel I should remind you, however, that the brush was very specifically designed with that arena and that foe in mind. Against aught else, it will avail you precisely as well as any other brush. Bunny banunny banoy. Yeah. One moment. Aye, this is Garland. Oh, that's great news. And what... Oh, they did they? Understood. We'll meet them out there. Also fun FF6 fact, the Doma theme is actually based on the one from FF6. Neat! That was Jesse. Apparently Biggs and Wedge considered themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No, thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine, just the three of us then. And away we go. Alright, bye Nero. Don't drink any mysterious liquids.
Quack, quack.
Look at the two of you. Up and about already. You gave us quite a scare. Are you guys, like, still in your fucking hospital gowns? Come on.
Igeld, did you come out just to see us?
Chief, Igeld, and Alpha too. We didn't mean to drag you all the way from your... all away from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, should you even be walking? The chirurgeon will probably want to have words with us later. But we couldn't just lie back and let you brave the rift on your own. I only know this because I watch people play FF games. I've only played 15 and 16 and 14 myself. I need to get back to playing 16. I'm worried that I've spent too much time away from it and I'm not going to remember how to play it, though.
Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs?
Ah, yes, the little jobs. It does seem that you two have spoiled me. I only recently learned that the kettle does not, in fact, fill itself. We're muddling along somehow. Igeld has been a pillar of strength, as always. Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion, and Nero's been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet. So go home, heal, and don't come back until you've fully recovered. Okay. It's good to hear that everything's going well, but you can call us the moment anything goes wrong. We'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl.
Listen to me, Alpha. That uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee of Garland Ironworks. That means you can call on us whenever you're in trouble, and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while, so I want you to look out for Igeld and the Chief for us, alright?
Aww. Some of DSFF4, which is a thing.
Quack!
Oh, before I forget, we brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on field rations alone. Thank you for the food, question mark. Na, na. Dum, 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 dum. Now, what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is this fourth opponent. If I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, then knowledge and reason will prevail. The SF4 is the hardest version for some reason, but also has funny, like, early 2000s cutscenes. That sounds like a fucking recipe. And Cain, which is essentially Proto-Estinian. This is what I've heard. Is it spelled with an E? Because I saw that and I read it as Kaine, and I'm just like, from near?
For even the most random actions are products of an underlying logic. One has but to isolate the behavioral triggers. Zip. Ah. Blah. Tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels.
Ah! I believe it is. Cain, which is pronounced just like the upstanding lad from Drakengard. I thought that was Kime. So Kine? I'm confused now. Anyway, we appreciate you coming up to meet us. After imagining everything that could go wrong in there, it was a relief to find you quietly getting on with the job. We'll have to hurry up and get well. Won't let you pass. Wedge is standing by to see you off. It is Cain. Kine. Okay.
Alpha and the Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make the descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... I mean, it will all be over before you know it.
Thanks, Wedge. Can I lower you to the rift, madam? I may not be much use in battle, but I can at least do you this small service. Yeah, man.
Shwee! 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 Where? Thank you for joining me up there, Igeld. I know it meant a lot to Biggs and Wedge.
Nero, how you holding up, buddy? Kine Highwind is the full name.
Ah, back, are you? We should return to the task at hand. Everything all right, Nero? You look a bit green around the gills. That kettle was full of salt water. Not the best stuff to brew coffee with, it turns out. Really? Well, it wasn't my doing. Oh, of course not. That would involve you filling it. Ugh. The water came from Alpha. Created by one of those cards of his. It was very thoughtful of him to make the effort, but next time, I'd prefer a beverage that didn't leave me feeling ill. In any case, you can handle support for this third battle on your own. I want to begin preparations for the fourth. Fair enough. Right, Igeld. Your next foe is known simply as the Guardian. Unlike that ordeal with Chatternook, this battle promises to be relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. Okay.
Kine Highwind, Estinian Wormblood, same guy. And on the topic of parallels, Kryl and Gala from 5 also have Baldezian as the last name. Well, yeah, I knew that much.
Just leave me be. I'm having enough trouble concentrating as is.
Alpha.
Where? Alpha seems concerned about Nero, but otherwise eager to proceed. You may enter Sigmascape version 3.0 whenever you are ready.
Okay.
Let me just, funny little ready check. Hell yeah. Known simply as the Guardian, this foe is described by Sid as the machine responsible for defending a capital city. As a creation of otherworldly engineering, it is impossible to know exactly what weapons it will bring to bear, only that this will be the contest of force versus overwhelming brute force. It's gonna bring a bear? Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, hold up. Withdrawal. From here on, I won't be able to listen to the stream, only in-game chat. Oh, okay. Withdrawal. Oh, they released a fucking trailer for that Lord of the Rings anime movie today. War of the Rohirrim. I'm super excited for that. I have been waiting for that to come out for years. Unlike a lot of the other Lord of the Rings stuff that's been released recently, Gollum, that Moria game, Rings of Power, this one is from Warner Brothers and is intended to be directly tied to the Warner Brothers version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I'm really excited to see it. It looks fantastic. And God, I like Lord of the Rings. I enjoy Lord of the Rings. And I am excited for more Lord of the Rings. Excuse me. Energy drank. We also love them not just doing live action. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, here's the thing. I am excited to see Rings of Power Season 2. I actually really liked Season 1. But it is nice to see them kind of, like, diversifying what they go with, you know? Hey, real quick, what was Ultros doing on there? The Guardian will transition between a host of different combat programs. Try to keep track of which does what. There is an elephant in our party? I should probably not be standing in front of this guy. Anytime that there's some kind of ray or beam, it's just like, I should not be in front of you, actually. Uh-oh. He's going Ultros coded. Oh. Tentacles.
Ultros!
Fuck off! I beat your ass once already. Oh, he's going Daddy Luma pilled. Ow. Dick? Whew. That was a close one. Oh, hey, Daddy Luma's here. Now, you may be wondering, Gage, are you going to keep fucking calling him that? And, yeah. That is the plan. That fucking thing. I don't know what that is. Air Force. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Ah, missile. Don't like that. Not a fan of missile. Oh, shit. Yeah, admittedly, I didn't know what I was doing there. Is that a thwomp? Bibliota. Wait a minute, I recognize that name. Okay, we only have to deal with one. That's fine. Oh god. You are a terrifying visage. You are God's greatest mistake, good sir. Be gone from my sight. I don't remember this guy spawning last time. I'm gonna be real. Was he killed off screen? Oh, wait, no, that's not... Okay. Oh, you wasted it. I don't know who fired that off. So I'm not going to call out anyone in particular, but that seemed like a whiff. That seemed like the whiffest whiff that ever whiffed. Oh my god, you're so Daddy Luma coded? I need to stop saying words, I think. Na 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 na.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Woo! You whiffed. I wasn't. I didn't know for sure. You got all. Nero, how you holding up?
Done, are you? Then it's almost time. Congratulations, old friend. Judging by the lack of smoking holes, I'd say you have a natural talent for avoiding laser beams.
Hey, don't be talking about my holes.
And this is what passes for a straightforward battle in here. Phantom trains, possessed pictures, and now this Magitech-like machine. Assuming it was real, the realm the Sigmascape is based on must have been highly advanced in both the arcane and mechanical arts. It is truly a pity we cannot identify the test world's origin. Imagine how much we might have learned from such a civilization had we encountered it under different circumstances. But now is not the time for such idle thoughts. The next battle will be the last for this world, and Nero should have a strategy to share with us by now. Nero?
Nero, do you have anything to share with the class? Test World of Ruin. Nero seems unusually anxious to move things along. I am very slow at leaving fights. I understand.
This is it. The final battle to conquer the Sigmascape.
That was an actual cough, by the way.
What? We've put together a profile of your next opponent. You've encountered some fantastical foes in here, but this time you'll have the novel experience of fighting an actual person. His name is Kefka, and he's a jester.
Playing PC and using a controller is a weird combo. That's what I used to do. I used to do that. Because I can't stand keyboard mouse.
According to the data, his preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Apparently he found comedy in the tragedies of others, and condemned countless thousands to death for his own amusement. That a jester should bring such misery, 'tis almost amusing. Nevertheless, we must treat this villain with all seriousness. His rise to godhood and subsequent rule over a shattered world is clearly documented in the records. Kefka is a formidable mage, and a cunning one besides. Your tactics must account for both his power and his trickery. You've been working on a solution, yes? Will it be enough?
Will it be enough? Have you ever known me to do anything by halves?
The jester's face paint is a mask for his intent. If you only watch the surface, you'll be fighting at a disadvantage. To put it bluntly, Kefka will seek to deceive you. Even as you predict his actions and adjust your position, his true attack will reveal the feint for what it was. This is where things become interesting. I have tuned this monitor to allow me to observe the Sigmascape with greatly enhanced clarity. If I observe a discrepancy between Kefka's behavior and the impending attack, I will endeavor to warn you. The timing will be critical, of course. How confident are you of this strategy? I predict a 50% chance of success. Any delay, however slight, in reacting to his feints will render my warnings all but pointless. Isn't it exciting? There's no safe way to practice this, hero. We must test our tactics on the field of battle. Okay. Punch in my hand.
I play with keyboard mode because controller still works, so I can bounce between both because I also hate keyboard and mouse.
I'm afraid he's right. I'll lend you all the support I can from this side. Make what preparations you need and head into the Sigmascape. We can't let this jester have the last laugh. Brace your destruction. It is the fate of all things. But people can always rebuild, and new lives will always be born. What is that? A fragmented conversation that accompanied Kefka's data. His was the first line, but there was no mention of who uttered the reply. In life, there is always hope. How predictably forthright of you. I'm sure it was a hero much like yourself who gave the original response. Go on, champion. I tire of waiting for the fun to begin. Ah! Aww.
I think Alpha feels bad for making Yellow sick.
Are you asking my permission? By all means, let's get things underway. Let's see this through, Igeld, one battle at a time. Pshwee! You said it, Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master. Quick! Quick, 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 quick! Alpha's clearly poised to spring into action. You may enter Sigmascape version 4.0 whenever you are ready. Lucas needs to BRB to get water. So we will be waiting. Ominous. I'm just gonna take a quick screenshot here real quick moment. Give me a moment. We might even be able to start AlphaScape. Because we're moving at a good clip here. Like, I've only been playing for an hour and a half. Why do portraits reset so easily? It is unfortunately an imperfect system. Can I jump on top of this stuff? I need to be allowed to jump on more things. This is bullshit. What's the point of having a jump function if I can't jump on things? I've been continuing my X-Men rewatch. I finished Logan today. Logan, the ending of Logan still hits me like a fucking truck. That's a good-ass movie. And I was thinking about how I felt about the X-Men series in general, especially in comparison to like other attempts at like larger shared universes. Because I've talked about this on stream before, where it's just like it's this thing where it's just like each one feels like a team trying to first and foremost make a good movie without being like too terribly concerned about maintaining a strict continuity. And the reason I was thinking about this today in particular is because I was looking up information about a character who is featured in X-Men Origins Wolverine and is mentioned in Logan, the character of Christopher Bradley, who is played by the guy who played Meriadoc Brandybuck in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And who was also in the video game Quantum Break.
But so I was looking up some information on him, and I found the fan wiki for the X-Men movie series. And it was talking about how, like, oh, this is... Yeah, Mary. Oh, this is... It's split information on the character between original timeline and revised timeline. And I couldn't help but laugh, because I'm just like, it's adorable that you think it's that simple. Because it's just like, my guy, I don't think you understand what you're talking about here. Because, like, good lord. There is, like, I've talked about this before, there is shit in those movies that is completely incongruous with one another. Like, even if we take into account, like, if we assume that everything up to the point that Wolverine goes back in time in Days of Future Past was exactly the same and led to the original timeline, that still results in things that do not fucking make sense. Because then it's like, why is Charles still walking when they go to meet Jean Grey? Why is Magneto still there? What the fuck is the deal with, like, the two different versions of Emma Frost we have? That sort of thing. And it's just like, then, like, you know, you look up stuff and just like, oh yeah, they said that Logan takes place entirely within its own separate timeline from the other movies in the series. And it kind of brought me to this realization where it's just like, what I like the most about the X-Men movies is it feels like a kid walking up to a chest full of toys, picking out a bunch of action figures, and then just, like, playing a story with them. And then he puts the action figures back, and another kid comes along, picks up the same action figures, and does his own little story with it. And, like, maybe he'll work in what the other kid did with his stuff, but just as often you end up with situations where it's just like, someone just decides to make something entirely new, like Logan or like the Deadpool movies. And I think that's why I really enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, especially because Deadpool and Wolverine, the plot is not the strongest part of that movie. But it exemplifies, like, that feeling that so much of the rest of the X-Men series just sort of feels, where it's just like, my toys! And it's just like, that's a really good, like, I feel like, sort of philosophy to have with, like, approaching one of these, like, larger franchises. It can also be really frustrating in really interesting ways. And this is where I get to complain about Dark Phoenix again. So, okay. So let's assume that there's a clear through line for everything, right? Let's assume that there is little to no conflict between the original X-Men trilogy, the two Wolverine movies, the prequel films, everything up to Days of Future Past, right? Let's assume that everything's fine. So Logan makes a point of having Charles Xavier look into his head and be like, hey, you see everything that happened. You know how things played out. You need to find our people, and you need to bring the X-Men together again. Storm, Scott, Jean. And it's just like, okay, this version of Professor Xavier knows what happened in the original timeline. He knows what happened to Jean Grey. He knows why it happened to Jean Grey, because within the context of the series, the reason Jean Grey becomes the Phoenix is because it's not like some sort of like interstellar force. It is her own like latent, incredibly powerful abilities, emotionally suppressed, creating a whole new like persona, etc., so on and so forth. And you get to X-Men Apocalypse and you see like Jean is exhibiting Phoenix-like traits, and there's the whole sequence at the end where Professor X is just like, you have to let go, Jean. Unleash your power. And she does, and she goes Phoenix mode. And you kind of get this sense of just like, okay, maybe because Charles knows the mistakes that were made in the original timeline, maybe he's avoiding making those same mistakes in this new timeline. And then we get fucking Dark Phoenix, where, among other things, they completely throw out the entire idea of of the Phoenix just being Jean's latent powers, bring back the idea of the Phoenix Force, throw the Dabari in there for some reason, for fucking whatever, man. And then they're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna do Dark Phoenix again, and Jean's gonna go crazy, and it's going to turn out that her memories of a traumatic event have been forcibly suppressed. And it's just like, oh, okay, so we're just doing it again. We're doing it again. We're doing the same mistakes again. And it's one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, it's everybody coming in, going, my toys, and then like just picking out and like not really caring about previous continuity. But then because you're not caring about previous continuity, you're creating these like conflicts where it's just like, you're clearly trying to build off of what came before, because you've got the references to First Class, you've got Mystique's sacrifice, and just like the emotional gut punch that is supposed to be. And you've got just all this other stuff going on, and it's like, and yet we're not accounting for the fact that in Apocalypse, Charles was clearly more willing to let Jean cut loose because he had seen what happens if he doesn't do that in Days of Future Past. So it's like, what's even the fucking point? It's upsetting. Oh, hey, here we go. Anyways. I'm glad the Q-Pop waited until I was done complaining about Dark Phoenix. Get a load of this guy. I wield the greatest power in existence. You may as well be the dirt on the bottom of my boots, or the dirt stuck to the bottom of that dirt. I will destroy everything. I will create a monument to non-existence. Has anyone ever talked about how, like, it seems like under all that makeup, Kefka can kind of get it? Like, he looks like he's a very pretty man. I'm just saying, I'm no clown fucker, but, like... I love that they give him the FF6 laugh. That's very good. Now what are you doing? Oh. So Kefka's whole thing, I think, is going to be showcased here with regards to how his shit works. So every so often we'll get one of these And if it's got question marks on it, it means to do the opposite of what the tell is. Which is neat, honestly. It's a fun little thing. Okay. Whoosh? No whoosh. Please don't whoosh. Ooh, I'm probably gonna want to get close to that. Because if we're talking about being blown away, uh-oh. Woo! Whoa. Oh, we might want to move out of that one. Yeah. Oh. Ow. Graven image. Oh, this shit moving. Please don't blast me with Wazos, Mr. Kefka. I'm allergic to Wazos. Oh, here we go. I see. Okay. Ultima Upsurge. Ugh. Alright. Oop, don't want to be over there. Ow. My fucking skin. Now what's this thing gonna do? Ah, I see. You know what? Fuck you. Down surges your ultimate. Are you looking? Why are you looking? You shouldn't be looking. I'm gonna look at it. Haha! I was doing the correct thing because I'm super smart. Oh wow, this guy's almost dead. Die, clown. I lost? How can I lose? I just can't believe it. Get absolutely roasted. Hey. Look at that smile. What a smile. Fuck that statue. Signal escape complete. Pass, 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 pass. Hey! Lucas got it. Nice.
That's it, isn't it? She's won. Blip, this contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. The Sigmascape test world will now be erased. Come on, we should go and find Eigild. Huh?
He's looking positively Orpal.
Nero? Talk to me, man. Are you hurt?
You could say that. I had a visitor while you were attending to your little Ironworks reunion.
Omega. Damn it. We should never have left you alone. Not after what happened to Bugs? Biggs and Wedge.
As if I would trail along behind you like some sniveling lapdog. No, I chose to remain, and behold the results. This was my victory. It was my ingenuity that defeated these foes. Even your precious warrior of light was just another variable in my grand experiments.
All right, Nero, save your strength. I'll fetch Eigild and Alpha, and then we can get out of here.
Garland.
Bleh.
The next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter that brilliant mind of yours, to do what must be done. I'm not just talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology and keep yourself locked up in chains. Look at a little purple around the old Garlean eye there. Hey there, little guy. Megartomo. Another battle won. Thy might knoweth no bounds, child of man. Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Blip, the Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Eigild Shork.
Thanks.
Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior combat capabilities. I have constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I have taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the wild fluctuation in values, is it possible your limits are exceeded by an unpredictably high degree when engaged in battle?
Curse these jumping puzzles.
Bloop. Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations necessary. You will exhibit your full potential, unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction. Placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Hey, don't do that. Oof, ouch, my peril. Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. In precisely 180 seconds, I will terminate your life. You are to attempt to escape with every last reserve of strength you possess. Grr. Angry. Frog. It was a good attempt. Alpha, your participation is unnecessary. Do not interfere. Boiling my husband alive in oil. Sorry. He's trying so hard.
Curious. 'Twould seem the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, Alpha.
Yeah, it's like that thing that Mewtwo said in the first Pokemon movie.
As for thee, Omega, after passing of eons, is this truly the extent of thine evolution? I have glimpsed the core.
Excuse me, this voice makes me yawn. Don't worry, Alpha, there is help.
Glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence, and judge that my guidance here is no longer needed.
Oh, alright. Oh.
It's your boy! Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I have reached beyond my strength at the last. But so be it. Such a death becometh thee not. Munch a crunch.
He's so happy.
To slumber shall I betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit.
Oh no, Midgard Midgard Sormer. Again, your actions are incomprehensible.
Heed me, empty vessel. Thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that which, by thine own admission, defieth thine understanding is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is thine for the taking. Oof.
Acknowledged. Attempt to artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. Hi. Hey, little man. You okay? Igelt, Alpha, I need your help. It's Nero. He's...
This is the optional content, so people who don't do it don't know he's sleeping because of this.
It would seem that we all have a tale to share. But not here. Come on, we're leaving.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, a lot more dudes out here. Oh!
Madam, the chief has already departed for Ralger's Reach. A few of our people were on hand to help him transport Nero. Oh, and I was told to tell you that Jesse expects a full report as soon as it's convenient. By that, I mean, she generally means now.
Alpha is up and walking.
Alright. Let's get over there. Oh, there's a lot of talking. It's gonna be nice when I get back to doing MSQ and I finally get more voiced cutscenes. But whoo, golly, we got a ways to go. Alva!
Claire?
Hi, Gert. I was told you'd make it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own 2 eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back soon with news if you don't mind waiting.
Yeah, dog.
Chief, how is he? Not good. It seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting on a brave face, but having seen his injuries, I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Chirurgeons confined him to a bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero won't be coming with us.
I also honestly thought all this happened in the 3rd part, so this was where all the meat was.
Midgard Sorma is taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? It won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder, and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jesse, and I may yet take you up on it when the time comes. But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what's happened and about what lies ahead. The poor thing, he seems worried. Thank you for trying to save me. Aww. Well, that got a smile out of him. We may not understand what he says, but I think we can understand how he feels. Right, much as I'd like to stay and chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. We'll need to be stronger. We need to be ready when Omega calls on us again. Let's make sure that we are.
Okay.
Da 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 da.
Quick!
Jesse. In the beginning, there was chaos. Look at fucking intense alpha on that. Oh, that's great.
Good timing, Igeld. There's been another anomaly detected at the yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations.
So this is the start of the 3rd leg of the Omega raids. I've talked about this before, but basically the way that it works is that anytime someone's just like, hey, you should take some time to prepare for the next time that we need to go back in there, and then the next one starts just like, hey, good to see you. We've got some new developments. That usually means that an entire patch has passed since the last time that you did any of these. Now, I would do this all kind of like in sort of release order, but it's difficult to facilitate that, especially with the way that New Game Plus works in Final Fantasy XIV, where you can only do like discrete chunks of like side quests or MSQ. I fell on the last jump. Oh no! Are you doing the Oh, are you doing the Dawn Trail jumping puzzles? I actually have done both of those. Fun fact. And I did a good job.
If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. The chief should be here by now.
The Vaz are watching me jump off their house.
I bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with that research data. Huh? Well, I suppose I should explain, even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas Nun Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident in Bosnia Citadel, do you know of it?
I know of it. I've done some of Bosnia. Oh, I need to update my glasses. They are the wrong color, I'm noticing.
I suppose you would. Even outside the Empire, the tale was a famous one. Midas built a tower to harness Dalamud's power, and it brought annihilation upon the entire town in which it was built, which isn't the kind of event you can simply brush under the rug. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. Fucked up if true. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter, or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there can be no other explanation. Listen to me, Igeld. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time.
Oh, sup, fucker.
That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation with at the yawn with Igeld here. Good. Then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with its tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But Chief, Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for fieldwork yet, and the Chirurgeon's given Nero strict orders to stay abed.
And what of Midgard-Stormer? Still taking his nap, is he?
Uh-huh.
At least I think they're the wrong color. I can't tell if they're silver or not.
That leaves only you, Igeld, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I joined the expedition. No, Jesse, I need your talents elsewhere. There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should pose no problem for an engineer of your abilities. A new device? Does this mean you used the... Ahem. Whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there.
Okay.
Right, it's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Yeah. Dibbidi-bow.
Buzz, buzz. Why my phone buzzing? I do have messages on Discord that I should probably check. Sorry, I'm trying to stay abreast of a couple things here. Okay. Alright, Jesse.
I'll do my part in the workshop. You just concentrate on surviving the rift.
Speak with Sid at the...
Dun, dun.
Yeah, the one about the one for Dawn Trail, the second jumping puzzle for Dawn Trail that's at like the palace. In case you don't know already, there is no vantage point at the top of it. I didn't realize that until I finished it. Or lookout point, I should say. But there is some very nice scenery. I will say that much. I have Are you ready, Igeld? Ready to put an end to this. Aye, there's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? All set to go?
Quick, quick, quick!
That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? What, no solo duty? I had a sinking suspicion because the previous areas only have one as well with a point. Yep. It's still fun to do, honestly. You can take a screenshot at the top and get bragging rights. Or bragging wrongs, whichever works best. Dimensional Rift. We are missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. We should unlock a warp point to the top, mainly because I want to go back to the top of Rats. Is there one in Rats Han? I haven't actually gone to find one in Endwalker yet. Hey man. A little scooty scoot over here. There is with a lookout. Ooh, I might need to find that.
Welcome. Welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psi Group's combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. We've come to the last round of testing then. Should we win this battle? Are we to finally face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Blip. Omitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiments. Stop. In the name of love. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence amongst these test subjects is no longer required. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion, and if he wishes to continue on with us, I've no intention of leaving him behind. What the fuck? Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such.
You're forgetting one thing, Omega. He's adorable.
Blip. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as
bait.
Test Subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you.
Someone's joined me in jumping.
He was the first entity I created here in this realm, my first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own.
What? Is this a reference to something? Hold on, Yeah. Alright.
By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction.
I do not know.
Oh. Choke of bow feather. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times. Yet the result never deviated from estimated projections.
Did Mitty get in a fight with the chocobo once?
The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. I have killed this little boy countless times. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmise that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence.
Bro. The fuck? Don't say this about my boy Alpha. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it?
Blip, your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of limited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic.
I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness, the same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be, according to your soulless calculations. Come, my guild. Let's be on our way. You too, Alpha.
Little guy.
Now they look silver. Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master! The kettle's empty. Fuck!
Quack.
Can't have shit in the interdimensional rift. God, that was a long cutscene. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos,
The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago, I'm having trouble separating myth from history.
Chaos. All I know is that I need to kill Chaos.
Unless, of course, this is an enemy from another reality, as were the denizens of the Sigmscape. In which case, it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details.
Oh no, there's more.
What is certain, however, is that Chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gates to fighting Omega itself. Yeah. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Igeld. Will you be my assistant? Oh, sad shaker. You're bothered by what Omega said earlier? You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences.
Quack.
Poor thing.
By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? Kettle. It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful.
Quack.
Tis inconvenient without Midgardstorm here to translate its chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? Okay.
I have to kill Chaos.
I wonder what Nero would have to say about this Chaos fellow. Ancient technology is his speciality after all, and by default he's learned a thing or two about the mythology and history of bygone eras.
Quack. Quack.
Psh, psh. Alright, AlphaScape 1.0.
Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, let me just, funny little ready check. Wait, Lila, did you want to go in his tank? YOLO? Alright, ifst thou sayeth so. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Pre-order new Xbox Series XS consoles. Two terabyte SSD in special edition Galaxy Black. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. Bark? Escape version 1.0. Hey there, sexy. Is that a face on your crotch, or are you just happy to see me? Hi, Lucas. Welcome back. You're just in time to kill chaos. Oh, beans. Woohoo! Oh, this is less than ideal. Oh boy. Wah! Nice try, Chaos. I don't know if you should you probably shouldn't be tanking that, right? Okay, cool. Good catch, Lila. Yep. Oh, Chaotic dispersion. What does that mean? Oh, that was terrifying. Get ready, because I'm about to do it again. Whoop. I'm gonna be real, Chaos seems like kind of a bitch. He's no perfect Chaos, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, Dark Crystal, like that movie. And the Netflix show that got canceled. I do dare, I do. Ouch. Oh, we might be able to make it to LB3. I don't know for sure. But it's entirely possible. I so desperately want to make it to LB3. I haven't been able to let off an LB3 in this raid series yet as Red Mage. And it's making me a little stir crazy. Yeah, no, we're not making it to LB3, unfortunately. Oh, that sucks. Ah, it's fine. Eventually I'll get to do the Evilise raids, and there's always good opportunities to LB3 in those. I'll just LB2 for now, it's fine. I'm gonna fucking die. Whoop. Worth it! I do the big damage. Because I'm good at the video game. We in there. We do it. We done boys. We did it. We killed Chaos. Hey! Don't leave, 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 don't leave. Oh, shit! I accidentally hit need on one of them. God damn it. Oh, I'm upset. And that was entirely my own damn fault.
Buzz, the battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions are correct, that my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Nah, couldn't be that. Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. Am I out of touch? No, it is the children who are wrong. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Igeld Sjork will proceed to a supplemental stage. Ooh.
What in the Sam Hill?
Blip. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lack the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, This opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat.
Oh. Beans.
Prepare to face Midgard Sormer, red-maned worm of the Dragon Star, and nemesis of my world. This is not the fated specter that you know, or a mortal conjured simulacrum. You will contend with a true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory.
At least he does this after Mitty can't be there to see it.
Omega, wait! You can't force Aigale to fight 2 battles back to back. She needs time to regain her strength. She must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed. Fine. Blip acknowledged. Test subject Aigale Sjork, you are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels.
Sid?
Shwee!
Alpha, where's Sid at?
Quack! 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 Quack!
Alpha seems distressed, and Sid is nowhere in sight. Also, don't take me there. I tried to show him this cool minion of his son.
Aigale, I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing next to Alpha. Oh!
Fucked up, if true.
Quack!
Sid has vanished from view, but his voice is clear and strong. The youngest one. The Widow Man.
Huh? My apologies. 'Twas not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I noticed the kettle was boiled and thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup and was halfway through drinking it before I realized my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you, I can still work unimpeded. Now, we had best discuss how to approach... Oh, it seems to have worn off.
Quack! Quack! Quack!
Such diversion. This was not my intention.
Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I'd forgotten what Nero had said about your cod producing water with, unexpected properties, though it seems the effects were rather different this time. In any case, 'twas pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now and decide what to do with it later.
I just hope I could take screenshots faster than I could.
Right, Aigale, we need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgard Sormer.
Uh-huh. Big ass fucking eyeball looking at me.
Watching through the monitor, I could see that this worm appeared different to the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems that Omega and Midgard Sormer both hail from different stars, 2 distant worlds at war with one another. As a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the Father of Dragons arrived here on our world. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is a younger, more vital Midgard Sormer, just as he was when Omega had encountered him thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe indeed. Stronger. Younger. Hornier.
I guess.
I fought him once a keeper of the lake, but Wait, you've fought against Midgard Stormer before. But yes, I think I see your concern. It would be unwise to treat this as the same opponent, considering how different they might possibly be. You fought his head. So head. It certainly doesn't help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. I can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Eigild, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than twiddle with my thumbs whilst you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we will put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. Yeah. Still looking at me. Hate that. I'm glad to see we're in agreement. I'll ready my tools and you ready yours. You've a worm to slay.
A worm.
Posted your screenshot. Incredible.
Watch yourself in there, Eigild. The underlying data may be imperfect, but I recall Omega saying something about the battle ending only when one of you is dead. Expect no quarter and give none.
Quack.
What do you have to say about this Mark 14 thermocoil boil master?
Squee.
God, you always know exactly what to say. 2.0. You have oh, hold up. Looming face of a Sigma escape. Kafka will be your final opponent in this test world. Analysis of the data reveals despite his comical appearance, cackling gesture once rose to godhood and cast the entire planet into ruin. He has a power not to be underestimated. Nero has also alerted you to the villain's propensity for trickery and promised to watch for deadly feints through his enhanced monitor. You can only hope this warnings come in time. While you recuperated from the latest round of testing, Omega's trial proceeded apace. Of the 89 combatants in Psi Group, 4 emerged victorious. Of those 4, 1 proved itself the mightiest entity of the last remaining test world, a champion designated as Psi 4. This immensely powerful being will be your opponent as you strive to complete the final stage of Omega's grueling experiments. You have conquered chaos, a primal force of deific power. Omega, frustrated in its attempts to process the results of your improbable victory, has decided to conduct a supplemental stage of testing. Drawing on the incomplete data of a foe who once stood firm against Omega itself, the machine generates a new simulacrum for you to face, the legendary Midgard Stormer, Father of Dragons. Remember, dragons produce without needing a partner, so their mates are purely for companionship and horny reasons. Alphascape, a realm reborn. Oh wait, I got a funny little ready check. Everybody ready. Let's fucking go. Whew. Bah. Okay. Let's go. Excuse me. We're running into a lot of folks who are doing this for like the first time, I'm noticing. Oh. Ow. My damage. This will be the last one I can do. Work tomorrow and it's approaching midnight. Oh, shit. Alright. Understandable. Ah, fuck, again. I gotta keep better track of what these fucking attacks are doing. Because this is getting embarrassing.
Oh, fuck. Really? Come on, man. Haha. Missed me that time. Idiot. Ooh. Oh, god damn it. Fuck. I don't understand how any of these attacks are fucking... I don't understand any of the tells here. Okay. He's somersaulting. Now he's somersaulting again, so that means I have to get out here. Okay. What a mysterious enemy. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh god damn it. I'm not doing well. One could go so far as to say that I'm doing poorly. I'm a god, Tomo. Are you mad at me? He seems upset. Oh, hey, man. Tail end? Oh. Exaflare. Oh, what is that? Okay. I see what's happening here. Okay, circle. Circle again, so I gotta get out. All right. I think I'm starting to understand the tell here. Pretty sure. Okay, somersault. Somersault again, so that's going to be cross. Yep. Sign of the MF cross. Oop. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to go right over here. And I'm going to get fucking owned, I guess. Fuck me, I suppose. Okay, circle. And circle, so get out. Oh, I'm being targeted. Wait! Ah, my favorite activity. Love to indulge in my toxic FF14 trait, which is using Red Mage LB3. I was almost worried I wouldn't get to do it today. Almost.
Play.
Ya-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, that guy's wearing the same outfit as me. The fuck? You can't do that. It's illegal. Oh, shit. No. 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 Whew. Mark 14, Thermocoil Boilmaster. Did you see all that? Psh. Wow. Fucking okay. Kettle's contents have been left to cool. Hasn't been long since I did this. Yeah?
Quack quack.
I used Shirk for the first time. How'd that go for you?
Another stunning victory, I gailed. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. Yet even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgard Soma and Shinryu? Unlike most primals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the elder primal Bahamut. Best viewers on... Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I gave aggro to the tank who knows what they were doing. But now I'm beginning to think that might be another explanation. That the primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons on Hydaelyn. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has, for centuries upon centuries, been rooted in depictions of Midgard Soma. The summoner may not have even sought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. Nevertheless, 'tis interesting that Shinryu's summoning should lead us to awakening Omega, a strange twist of fate when you consider the machine's connection to Midgard Soma. Well, whatever else Destiny has in store, you've already bested the opponent that Omega itself failed to overcome. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. Yeah, I'm super cool. In the end, there is Omega. Your move, Omega. Big eyeball. Blip. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Alright, good night, Lila. Thanks for joining. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. Oh, no. Less than ideal.
Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I, too, am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgard Sormer necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Check out this crystal. Dope, right? Blip. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities, then activate the relocation device to enter the arena.
This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust an old Sid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. Smile. Smile. Bro? First things first, we make a few adjustments here, like so. Ah, Alpha, do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible, so let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Alpha, why you got rocks? And is that a gemstone? What do we have here? Some sort of gem? A couple of stones? And one single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? Right, 'twas foolish of me to even ask. We'd best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Read the gem as a reference to Chocobo's dungeon games. Maybe. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Don't worry, we'll win this, I promise. Here, you should carry this as well. I've filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. The kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next, and honestly, we have no idea what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. You see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself, and a little courage to see it through.
Angry.
Right. Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? Really? Right now? Sid, I'm gonna be real. I kind of want to just kind of book it to the end here, you know?
Alright.
Quack.
There are very long cutscenes before and after the last fight, by the way. Ah, boy. I'll head straight back to Ralga's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished.
Quack, quack, quack.
Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Look for Sid in Ralga's Reach. Ugh, maybe I should save it for next time then. We'll finish up what we're working on now. We'll finish up just before the next fight. So we'll probably we're basically done for tonight. I'm tired. We'll stop just when we unlock AlphaScape version 3.0, and we'll pick it up next week.
Quack.
I guess I was spoiled by how quickly a lot of Sigmascape went by.
Quack.
You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. What are you, a monk now? Like a monk? Like a religious monk, not like a monk? Monkey. Nero, they let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one has led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. Aye, all the available evidence supports such a theory. 'Tis likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need to hit it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast, as it turned out. But the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I fail to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. 'Tis just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. That's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends. But not as ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Guahatia! Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. I forget her name, unfortunately. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others, but 'tis in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path, how to grasp those moments of true contentment. Me-Day, that's it. What drivel.
You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our mortality, are we? Mayhap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now, though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in the world I care about, now aside from myself. I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is the better one, then you'd best prove it with that device of yours. I suppose I must. Although 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class, pushing me to excel. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go and lie down before I fall over or vomit.
Alpha happy.
Uh-huh. Nero, I think Alpha likes you.
Quack quack.
First Alpha, now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing, or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Speak with Sid in the interdimensional rift. Fuck. Alright, here we go. Damn, I really wish that rumored Sid and Nero Netflix show was real. What? That's not true. You're making that up. Oh, hey, they have the expensive mount, too.
Good evening to you, madam. Will you be descending into the yawn?
Yeah, man. What the goddamn...
Quack quack quack.
Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. Here you go. This is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. And that's going to be where we're going to stop for the day. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXSHARK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, chat blocker was done by Isaac. You can find on Twitter at _Knucklebone. That's _KNUCKLEBONE. Fantastic artist. Highly recommend checking his stuff out. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, VGen, Blue Sky, at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They also do fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Highly recommend commissioning them. Use their VGen. Don't email them. Upcoming streams tomorrow, Darksiders. Saturday, Silent Hill 4. Next Wednesday, X-Men the Official Game.
next Thursday, finishing up the Omega raids. And then, as I said, we will not be streaming next Friday or Saturday because I am going to be out of town. So if you try to show up for those streams, I won't be here. In the meantime, I want to thank you for joining me for this 69th Final Fantasy XIV stream. Isn't it so funny that I completely neglected to do anything for my 50th Final Fantasy XIV stream, but I made a special thumbnail for my 69th one. That is so like me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.